Come on, come on. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Here we go. We're fish on. Oh, we're on. Oh. We're on them. We're on them, boys. Oh. Thank you, Lord. That was awesome. Oh, so cool. It's about to be a battle, y'all. Battle for sure. Oh, oh, he's ripping it. Oh, jeez. Gotta gain some ground on this guy. Here we go. Here we go. Gotta go backwards. Can't go into this boat. Alright, we gotta chase this guy down. can't do that. Oh, here we go. Did y'all see that? I'm trying to do a battery change here. Really gotta start clearing my deck here. Safety priority number one. Want to be able to handle this fish. This might be perfect. I might need to consider hopping out. If he's pulling me to the edge, I might need to take advantage of this. Might not be another opportunity. You guys know what I mean? If he's gonna pull me to the beach over here, I might have to consider jumping out since we're over here in the shallows. I mean, it's still 10 feet right here, but if he brings me over to that beach, I'm hopping out. Thank you, Lord. This is such a beautiful thing. Oh man, this is so exciting. We got a tarpon on, guys. Let's go. We're almost at the leader. If we can grab that leader, we consider that land. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. We're in 8 feet of water right now. This guy doesn't want to give up. Not yet. Not yet. I want to be careful that I don't horse in this fish and that this fish wants to turn around and attack me. I do got to give it its time just a little bit. Oh man. You know, I didn't learn too much from YouTube on tarpon fishing because, I don't know, some of the information's a little bit elusive. Come on. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Heck yeah. This is where it gets really tricky. This is where it gets really tough. I don't want to crank down too hard. Just want to take it easy for a moment. Because to be honest, I really don't even know how to handle these tarpon. I've handled them once. And, you know, I'm not familiar yet with their mouths. I haven't caught enough to really understand how to hold these guys and have that on-the-job training. But like I was saying, I haven't learned too much from YouTube, but I do have an ear, and I have seen a bunch of guys, guides hook up with their clients, and I hear how they say to fight these fish. And yeah, some of those tips really help. I learned my lesson last time not to jump out of the kayak even if you think you're in decent water. Last time I jumped out of the kayak, I started off in 6 feet of water, ended up in 10 feet of water. Not cool. Jeez, such a strong fish. Oh, no. We can't be going in there towards the boats, buddy. Come on. This is where it's nice to have a boat. Can't go that way. No. Change your direction, pal. Got too many obstacles. Man, that leader is so tough to get. That leader is so tough to get. Just got to keep the pressure on. Ooh, we're playing a fine line here. I'm barely touching the spool because I need a little bit of extra drag when I need it, and then I gotta let it go. I'm proud of these other kayak fishermen that can land these tarpon, because it ain't easy. I'm trying to reel down to them and lift it up. I can't allow for too much slack. Come on, pal. It's a beautiful fish, I tell you what. Oh, that's a land. That's a land, y'all. That's a land. Look at that fish. Look at that fish. Oh! Oh! Oh, oh yeah! Oh, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? That fish is one strong fish, boy. You gotta be very careful here. If I can get back up to my truck, then I'm gonna land it right over there. If I can get him to come into the bay, I'm gonna hop out. We're gonna finish this guy off. I might even start to lead him that way just a bit. If he'll go this way with me. Come on, bud. Let's get it, let's get it. Let's get it, come on. We're so close. Let's just keep swimming over there. Come on, let's. Morning. How you doing, brother? We're in 5 feet now. If we can get right over where this gentleman is, I can hop out and I can finish this tarpon, but last time I jumped out too early, I lost the fish. So we're just gonna play this one patiently. See, he's wanting to go back to he's wanting to go back that way. He's going for the boat. If he'll go to the right of the boat, we should be okay. Oh, no, 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 no. This is wild, but the good news is, oh, we're back again. You can't get caught in this guy's anchor. No! Ah! We got caught. We got caught, y'all. You're good. What's that? That's the game. Man, what a great day. I spent a few more hours out there kind of trolling around, looking, just kind of trying to do some more sight casting, but I didn't end up getting any more hookups or anything like that. I saw a bunch of other boats today. I saw 2 other boats land a tarpon. I saw a few people hook up and lose their tarpons. Actually, I saw that quite a few times. Today was actually a tournament, so I guess people fishing for tarpon just all over Tampa Bay. There's some sort of tarpon tournament going on. But man, second cast, maybe it was like second or third cast. It wasn't the first cast. I feel some type of way about catching a fish on the first cast. I feel like if you catch a fish on the first cast, you usually don't have a good day. You're like, oh, today's gonna be so awesome, and then you just don't have a good day of fishing. And I remember I was fishing in Louisiana one time with one of my buddies, Chris Santoro, and we got to the fishing spot, and he like bombs his bait into the water. And I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, I don't want to catch a fish on the first cast because that's bad luck. And I was like, dude, you are so right. Anytime I've caught a fish, like a good fish on the first cast, the rest of the day is dead. So I tend to do the same thing. I'm like, first cast, please don't catch a fish, please don't catch a fish. Then turns out to be a pretty good day. So anyways, man, today was a fun day on the water. I really feel like I'm starting to get these tarpon dialed in, man. You know, we still got a few more weeks in the season where it should be pretty decent, but the tarpon are showing up in the spots that I know them to be showing up in. Every year gets a little bit better for me. And so right now what I really need to work on, and I think I might try and fish with a shorter rod. I know having the longer rod, I can make longer casts and things like that, but I feel like maybe even having a shorter rod will allow me to get a hold of the leader a little bit better. I'm not sure, so I might try testing that out, but I really need to work on getting positioned to get that leader to make, I really don't want the tarpon to get so tired. That's the thing, because I watch these boaters and these guides and other people who catch them, and they catch these tarpon and they're quick to get it off the hook and they revive it and all that type of stuff, you know, and I want to be able to do the same thing. So I really don't want to have an hour and a half long fight with the fish and then it just finally float up. And I get a lot of tarpon end up going and dying anyway. That's the nature of it. That's the dark side of tarpon fishing that a lot of people don't want to talk about, is you don't know what happens when that tarpon swims off. Even if you feel like you released it well and it was taking in air and it swam off strong, a lot of times, or maybe not a lot of times, but sometimes those tarpon, they just go down there and they do swim off strong, but they just go and die or get eaten by a shark or something. And so, you know, you try and do everything you can to get them going on their way. But that being said, yeah, I really want to work on, for my kayak and for how I'm fishing with my camera stuff and the boom for the camera, you know, I have to be careful with all of these things. Fishing out of a kayak for tarpon or any big fish, you got to be really careful. So you'll see me reposition like my anchor and get that out of the way, because if you fall out, man, you really don't want to get tied up in ropes and camera equipment and all this type of stuff. So it's a whole nother level when you're trying to film something, and yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. So safety is key. But I really want to get more confident at grabbing that leader, because this is the second time I've really been able to grab that leader. I've got the tarpon on, like my hands are on it. I could just pull that tarpon in and just, you know, I've only got about 4 or 5 feet, you know, 4 feet a leader, maybe it's a little close to 5 feet. Just kind of pull that in, or maybe I need a shorter leader, I don't know. Pull that sucker in and be able to get that tarpon still enough alongside the kayak that I can grab it. There's guys that fish out of kayaks for tarpon, and they do a pretty good job. My boat is a little bit more above the water because I'm a pro angler, so it can get a little bit more interesting when I'm trying to get over to the side. Maybe if I was in like an outback or something, it could be a little bit easier to just float that fish right up on my boat and then grab it. I really have no idea. At this point, I'm just talking. So a goal of mine is to be able to position myself to be able to go ahead, get that leader in like I have been doing, get that leader, and then get the fish positioned so I can grab its face. This time I had gloves. If you saw my other tarpon video last year, and this tarpon was a little bit smaller, but you could see I was not prepared. I did not have gloves, I didn't have any of this stuff. This time I was able to slide those gloves on and at least get ready for if I had the opportunity to grab that fish's face. I just realized my AC might have been blowing that entire time, so I apologize for the audio, guys. Anyways, we're gonna get back out there. We got a few more weeks left in this season, maybe even like a month. I don't know, what do I know? I have no idea half the stuff I'm talking about. I'm just out here trying, man. 5th season for me, and 2 seasons in a row we were able to land or grab that leader, which I consider a land. Grab that leader, we were able to get a tarpon. So it's starting to pick up. Maybe this year I can go for 2. Maybe I can try and get 2. I don't want to get too greedy, but I want to get better at the process and just keep learning from my mistakes. It's another thing to watch other people's YouTube videos and, you know, read articles and all this type of stuff and try and implement it. But, you know, when it's the heat of the moment, it's a little bit more difficult than that. You don't remember every little thing you wanted to do and all this stuff. So it just comes by trying, by, you know, keep going. And, you know, there's this comment on my Facebook post by Brandon Barton, and he catches tarpon up in northern Florida in the Navarre area. And he's like, hey man, the key to tarpon fishing is just going over, in a kayak, he said, is going over and over and over again. And he's so right. There's a lot of challenges you face when you are doing it out of a kayak rather than a boat. You've got no leverage in a kayak. You're getting pulled around, which is super fun, but once it's time to land that tarpon and grab its face, you don't really have any leverage. So you got to come up with the process to figure it out yourself and do it safely where you're confident doing it. But you know, you just got to keep going. If you're interested in tarpon fishing from a kayak, look man, you just got to get out there and try. Find some tarpon. They're not hard to find, guys. They're everywhere. And by the way, even the guides that do this for a living, that charge $800 a day, okay? Even those guys literally tag where they're fishing, okay? Like, they're so confident and they kill it. They're doing a great job, but they tag where they're fishing, okay? I'm not saying go follow guides. Please hear what I'm saying and hear what I'm not saying. Do not go and follow guides around. But my point in saying that is, it's not that hard to find tarpon. I mean, they're rolling around everywhere. And these guys aren't scared to say, oh, they're right here by the Skyway. Oh, they're right here by, you know, Bean Point. Oh, they're right here by Egmont Key. You know, these guys aren't scared to say where they're at because you can know where the tarpon are at. It's another thing trying to land a tarpon and do it in a kayak. That's a whole nother deal. So find them. The first thing you gotta do, find them. Second thing you gotta do, don't ask everybody a bunch of questions. I mean, do your research. I'm not saying don't ask questions, so don't ask questions. But what I'm saying is, even if you have answers to your questions, they're really not going to help you too much because you have to go out and cast that rod and realize, oop, that bait didn't work today, or it doesn't work for this area, or the tarpon didn't like that, and oh, the way I had my stuff set up. That's the way I learned. I just, man, season after season kept going out there and trying to figure it out, and it's so frustrating. My wife will tell you just how frustrating it is because you put in this time, you lift your heavy kayak, you get out there, you see tarpon, they won't bite. It's just the numbers game, especially in a kayak. You can't just zoom around to the next area, the next bay, the next beach, the next, you know, pass. You can't do that. So you got to pick your spot, you got to learn a spot, and you just got to go for it. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. You watching this video means a lot to me. I really appreciate this. I hope this video comes out before our Yak Tribe meetup in Sarasota, Bradenton, Florida, June 29th. So guys, please come out to that, guys. We've got a lot of good things to give away for free. We're giving away a kayak. It's just going to be a great time. So come on out to that meetup. Go to yak-tribe.com/tournament. It's going to be a tournament in the morning and a party in the afternoon. Come on, Yak Tribe, come on out. My family will be there. Bring your family. It's going to be a great time. I'll catch you guys on the next video.